I'm prepared for the war. If I die, I know I'm gonna soar. And I know one thing's for sure. They will know we're not taking no more. Can I ask if you really care? Why did you contaminate the air? Can you see many are scared? Can I ask if that's really fair? Then you lie and you take. You're the reason we are not safe. How do you deserve His grace? We were great before you made us slaves. I'm prepared for the war. If I die, I know I'm gonna soar. And I know one thing's for sure. They will know we're not taking no more. No more. No more. Good money, everybody. Peace and AsSalaamAlaikum. Everybody, you dig? Nah, for real, I like shortening my words, so I talk the way I talk. I was scrolling and Fresh and Fit had came up, the Fresh and Fit podcast, and I'm just looking at it, and I seen the thing where Priscilla, Pastor, whatever, the lady who's now conjoined herself with Charleston White. And I made statements yesterday about, what I think of her, or the other day, what I think of her, what I think of Charleston. The Mexican lady from, I forgot what that shit called. Say Cheese. I brought it to her attention before too about Charleston. But people don't listen. Everybody has like this, nah, I ain't listening, but then they want to chase clout on their own, right? So as I was listening to Fresh and Fit, everything that I said the other day was confirmed. It was confirmed about the Priscilla Pastor lady. It was powerful to know that this actually happened in the dialogue. You understand? Like, here's a clip of it happening. Everything that I was thinking of, it took place. It showed itself because, like I say, I never watched the Fresh and Fit podcast. After they had Charleston White, I don't watch it. I didn't even want to look into it even anymore. I didn't care to even. I didn't care to look into their show because in my mind I was like, well, I just didn't care to look into it. I didn't care to pay attention to the dialogue. But since this lady, I already felt like she has an agenda. And I seen her name associated with the thing, and I hadn't really looked at it. So I looked at it and I watched the conversation. I just watched everything. I watched her posture. I watched the way that she communicated nonverbally. I watched everything, and um, she one of them. I read the 48 Laws of Power, Art of Seduction. I read all the male strategy books and shit, and I think that I can outsmart men. You know what I'm saying? And just watching her talk to the fresh and fit people, it made me realize why that show exists. There are men out there, and he even said it like the majority of my following is men. They watch my show more than women do, right? And I was like, that makes a lot of sense because there are men out there that watch people that or other men that have platform to speak shit that other men can't and want to speak. And then women, they choose to get in the arena to think that they can go against the Neanderthalic man, the uh the man that shows no emotion or remorse for how to, talk and treat a woman because it's just man nature to be the way that we is in certain aspects. You dig what I'm saying? So uh Priscilla made Fresh and Fit, solidified on why they even exist. You know what I mean? I thought it was just a whole bunch of, it was like it was a lot of people that watched that it was mixed genders that watched that platform. But like looking at it, that's a man show. That's like a man cave. That's, what I'm saying, it ain't really based on these are man's thoughts. You know what I mean? So there's no way you can say that Fresh and Fit is a bad show. For it's an insightful show that lets you know like this is the nature of the majority of men. This is how men, men got questions. Men got, and if they don't like or understand the answer, they respond a certain way to it. That's all that is. I mean, you know what I mean? Like she just made it more clear why that show exists. So like I say, I'm sitting up listening, and first she was making things. First she inserted the racial element, and all the Fresh and Fit guy was saying, and and I'm part of the segment that men built up the world. Now, that is solely not true. I mean, if we say that man built up the world, then we can just say that men were the slaves of the world, right? Because if you really look who really steered those men in developing and building the world, it was a woman who did it anyway, right? It was just like, the story of Adam and Eve. You did. Without Eve communicating with the serpent, as they say in the book, man wouldn't have never known about freedom or balance or any of that. Man would have stayed stuck in the garden. There would be no unity, no conscious unity at all. There wouldn't be no none of that. You feel me? So hearing Priscilla talk, it left a bad taste in my mouth that there are these women out here who have had children with men, and they have been so hurt that they want to go against the fabric. You know what I mean? Now I can see if she was a lesbian or a female that ain't never had a child. But ma'am, knowing that you have a child and you've been hurt by a man in some form or fashion lets me know that you're just fucking hurt. That's it. You just fucking hurt. You dig? At one point in time, you let a man stick his dick in you. At one point in time, you was in love with a man or whatever. You was in some type of union with the man to create a child. Now, like I said, if you hadn't had no relations with men and you just this is just you, you'd be more validated. But you're not validated at all on why you're doing what you're doing. You're just fucking hurt. You just want to get back at men because some man did you wrong, and that's it. That's pain and that's fucking hurt. Like you're hurt. You can't. Yeah, you can be a queen maker all you want. But just like all of them women didn't raise their hand when he said who wants to be single for the rest of their life, you didn't even raise your hand because you don't want to be single. You know what I mean? You just want to be the author of confusion and chaos. And that's it. Now bitches like you understand? Y'all mean to cause division. You did. That's your whole MO is to cause division. You can't even play chess without a fucking king on the board. The fuck wrong? What are you thinking about? You can't even play chess without a king on the board. You can't play cards without a king in the deck. You did. King size beds are bigger than queens. They don't have queen size Snickers. They don't have queen size Twix. We talking about hand in hand, yin yang. You preaching separation and division. Men need women, women need men. We already got to deal with motherfucking lesbianism and homosexuality, and now you want to be the preacher of, hey, well, women don't need men. We already going through that. Our society is already going through separation of state. So you want to come in with a whole bunch of bulldagging ass, hateful ass bitches who've been misused and abused by men and come in and say, well, guess what? Women don't need men. The other motherfuckers is like, shit, the men need men and the women need women. And here come your hateful, disgruntled ass with, well, women don't need men. If it ain't the lesbians, it's the homosexuals. If it ain't the homosexuals, now it's the hurt bitches that ain't gay or might be in the closet, but you just don't know, causing fucking division. One day your kind is gonna get shut out and shut down. I don't like the direction that you're going in, and I think you should. I mean, you pretty blasphemous. I think you should repent. I think you should figure out a new way. And one thing I realized about the Fresh and Fit host, he's good at he's good at picking out the bad seeds and the ones that aren't sure, you dig, of what they stand on and who they are, and then getting the ones that feel like they can help them or give them the crutch. He knows how to agitate y'all. Hell yeah, he's annoying as hell because he cuts y'all off. He does what a man does to a woman who thinks she knows everything. This is just how men work. This is how manipulators work. It is what it is. Women have always been on the menu. So when I see that right there and just see how you have a man sitting right here, a man sitting right here, and then the women sitting right here. For one, you're in a corner. You dig? The setup is so motherfucking unusual. It's powerful in itself. You dig? You got the men that sit there and the women are on the menu. You're on the chopping block, regardless of how you look at it. Your ego and your whole existence is being put on display. While the men in the crowd hurl cash apps and to get their questions read and to watch you get decapitated because they don't care how you feel and what you think. You're the source of entertainment. So going on that show with an agenda thinking that you're going to beat the program, the environment. Fresh and Fit is not set up for the bitch to win. Why don't y'all get that? The only way you gonna outdo Fresh and Fit is if you have the same style of Fresh and Fit, where you have majority female watchers and a few men come in, and both of the women are hosts. Most of the people running the control boards is hosting. You do the same thing. That's the only way that you get, the opposite of the spectrum of what that show is. You got to create that shit yourself. Going on this show ain't gonna do nothing. It ain't gonna. You're supposed to have him and them men on your show and do them the same way. I guarantee you the tables will turn, but the men are still gonna act the same way. It doesn't matter where you put them. You might get some different results, but it ain't gonna change. Men are still gonna be who the fuck they is, regardless of what you say and do. Women are the emotional creatures. But I sat back and I just listened and I watched, and I realized that game recognized game, fam. Motherfuckers just be running game to get in position, man. That shit, I mean, that shit's terrible, fam.
All of these rules that you say men created?
So listening to this part right here, it just let me know how ignorant. Um, they just listen, listen to how she presents herself. Yet again with the blouse on, with the you know, just watch.
Those rules were created by men.
Well, what's your argument here?
Hmm?
What's your argument here? I'm confused. You just went on a whole other side tangent from what we were talking about.
No, my argument is this, is that everything that y'all are saying is not fully true. It's not fully true.
Which part? Which part of it?
About men being the ones that don't need relationships, that women need relationships, and that women don't want to be single. Women were never single. Their social relationships and their social bonds have always been with other women throughout history.
They want dick too, though.
But why do they want dick? You know why they want dick? Because see, y'all want pair bonding. How do women get pair? How do you pair bond?
What are you saying right now?
All right, now look, let me see. Pair bonding. Form of close relationship through courtship and sexual activity with one another, animal or person. This is something pair bonding. So So she's introducing technological terms and definitions, and this pseudo psychological approach.
How do you pair bond?
What the fuck, bro? She came here with an agenda, bro. To argue.
So you heard what he says. She came in here with an agenda. And of course she came with an agenda because her whole thing is, she said it even before she got on there, what she was trying to do and going to do. And her whole thing, all of the other women are sitting there just looking at her. Even the white girl is looking like, that shit. You see how she leaned away from her because she's in her space. The white girl don't even like the fact that she's in her space.
Argue about some random shit that don't make.
Hold on. Watch her look and cut her eyes at her. Watch.
Men are not hunting anymore.
No, but they're going to work though. They're making money.
Those rules were created by men.
Watch the eyes.
What's your argument here? What's your argument here? I'm confused. You just went on a whole other side tangent from what we were talking about.
No, my argument is this.
Okay, now look how this girl is like, man, when she shut up, it seemed like she's trying to take over the women. Know when women are doing this and they want their chance to shine because these bitches are ultimately promoting themselves. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's marketing themselves. Everybody is marketing. Everybody is coming to these men for an opportunity to be seen and heard. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, and promote themselves. That's it.
Is that everything that y'all are saying is not fully true? It's not fully true.
Which part?
Okay, now look at how much space she's taking up, bro. Look how much talking time she's taking up. Look how uncomfortable that these women have to be sitting next to other women who have different egos. Nobody's gonna resonate with her because she talks too fucking much. None of these women will resonate because she talks too much, and they want their opportunity to be heard and be seen and heard. You know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of them don't have their own, like, high intelligence self, they still want to be seen and heard. But this woman came in there and she's taking up most of the time and the attention. And women don't like this shit. Watch her.
Which part of it?
Watch her scoot over,
about
y'all.
Men being the ones that don't need relationships, that women need relationships, and that women don't want to be single.
She is so uncomfortable with her leaning on her and everything. Just look, bro.
Women were never single. Their social relationships and their.
Now, when you watch him, he listens, he pays attention, right? And this shit is funny. Just I'm watching the responses of the people sitting next to her.
Social bonds have always been with other women.
You see that look? Yeah. Now watch this shit.
Throughout history. Throughout history.
Look how uncomfortable this girl is getting sitting behind her.
They want dick too, though.
But why do they want?
You see, she scooted her seat over, right? And now she's going to lean over because she's in her fucking space, man.
On dick. You know why they want dick?
You see how far she done leaned over? This woman doesn't understand boundary. She doesn't understand like anything. She's not really truly paying attention to too much. But they create this environment for these women. These women are like, they don't even understand the whole setup of this fucking, it is what it is. You're supposed to be uncomfortable. They got them sitting so uncomfortable over there. Shit crazy as hell, man. Just watch the rest of it.
Because you see, y'all want pair bonding. How do women get pair?
You see how she cringed when she said pair bonding. She's like, "What the fuck is that?" I mean, it's a common sense thing what pair bonding is, but people are cringing at the fact that she's just rambling.
How do you pair bond?
What do you think right now?
They're looking at her like, "Come on,
How do you
bro,
pair
you're
bond?
just
What the
talking,
fuck, bro." She came here with an agenda.
Now just look at how she's look. Watch when she looks at her, fam. Look, this girl looks back at her And they're looking at it like, bro, he's just talking and taking up space, man.
Agenda, bro, to argue about some random shit that don't make sense that isn't even what we're talking about.
Yo,
Wait a minute. So
Like, what the hell?
women not wanting to be with more than one male don't have anything to do with quote unquote pair bonding?
Look, man,
Science?
let's get back to the main point here. Your strategy that you are saying for women to employ of loving themselves and being by themselves and not worrying about men and pimp out the men and they're the hoes and we're the ones that are actually the pimps, all this other stuff, that will leave a lot of women single, depressed, without a man, with cats and dogs.
Only because they believe
So when she says only because, that means that it's going to happen. But the reason why it's going to happen, so you're saying it's going to happen. So you preaching this rhetoric, there's no upside to what you're preaching anyway. It's still going to be bad for women. Regardless of how you preach it, it's going to be bad for women.
what y'all saying. That's the only reason why.
Bro, it's not about them believing. Because listen, a lot of women don't watch our podcast. It's mostly men that watch our podcast.
Yeah.
Women, since the beginning of time, have wanted.
So the way she did her hair and then she cringed her face, said, interesting. So a lot of women know why. Yeah, you don't even know the demographics of the people that these niggas is reaching and who they talking to. These niggas ain't, every woman ain't watching these goofy ass niggas. And women ain't watching them. You know what I'm saying? Women do, but they not watching like men do because this is a man show. This is a male dominated show. The content is for males.
Wanted to walk down the aisle in a white dress with a man waiting for them.
Wait a minute.
Being married and being in a committed relationship. Women want a relationship.
That was a production. That was a sold fantasy. That was produced by the
It's
people.
what women want. It's what women want.
Why do they want it?
It's biologically hardwired in women to want a mate.
No, that's
what it is.
That's false. Because if that was
Did I not just say a second ago, how many of you want to be single for the rest of your life? No one raised their hand.
Well,
you didn't even raise your hand.
No, in your book, you said that women don't want men. That's what you said in your book.
they don't
want a
want
majority
most
of
men.
Right, which the most men by nature aren't supposed to get women. The majority of males are supposed to die virgins. That's biological. I mean, you do study biology, right?
Bro, what the fuck, man? Like you're just.
I mean, because that's how y'all talk about it.
You're making
sex.
no points here.
No, that's how y'all talk about it. Sex. Your whole book is about sex, and not being able to get it.
No, it's about not being a simp. I don't think you read it. You just yapping.
No,
It is the struggle of a man in today's society.
And not being a simp and prioritizing yourself over women. And then that actually makes you more attractive.
Well, the majority of males don't have self-discipline because sex is their number one objective.
And that's why I'm telling guys, like, they need to prioritize themselves first.
But they won't ever do it because sex is y'all's ruler biologically. See,
all right, bro. We're just yapping,
let me just say one more thing.
No,
let me say one more thing.
We're moving
Go
on.
ahead.
We're moving on.
I'll come back to it.
Okay. Fucking incredible.
Whose auntie's this? Whose auntie's this?
Fuck, man.
Okay.
Where were we before?
Question.
The sacrifice thing.
Sacrifice, yeah.
Yes.
So
what would you, or no?
I already went.
So you gave your answer earlier.
Yes,
So
I did.
You trying to argue with the people who don't argue about shit that they already don't care about. Man, look. What this show showed me is that women shouldn't go on this show thinking that it's gonna be fair for them. You can try to make points and get points across, but you're gonna get destroyed. You dig? You're gonna get fucking destroyed. That's it. Your ass is gonna get destroyed every time. You know what I mean? So Priscilla, like, I think you should just like be more private with your building queen women up because you're making queens look stupid. You're making the whole queen anything look dumb as hell. You did. Once again, once again, just looking at your profile. Um, just looking at your profile. It says everything. It says lit conversations, debates, and advice that keep you turned up. You took the picture of you and you flipped it and you put it there and you put it there. All right. One thing I don't like when I see graphics is just people not having, a full spectrum of dimension and, like, I don't know. And people are fooled because you present yourself as a glimpse of hope, a hoe that can pimp. It ain't gonna work out for you in the long run. Eventually, people gonna see through that shit and get tired of it. And bitch, you ain't no fucking pimp, hoe. You's a dusty ass baby mama that got fucked over by some bitch ass nigga. And now you want to try to take it out on everybody else, and you want all these other bitches to be unhappy like you. You're fucking unhappy. You can look at your body language and the way you sit up and talk. You're unhappy. You did. I mean, you could say that you look angry and unhappy. Man, listen. I'm at peace. I don't need to be happy. I don't need to fucking be happy for what? I don't need to be happy. I don't need to be sad. I don't need to be angry. It's a time and place for all of this shit. Every day I need to be at peace. That's it. That's the only thing that I need to strive for every day is peace. That's it. I don't wake up and be like, hey, I'm trying to be happy today. I'm trying to fucking be angry today. Now, every day I'm seeking peace. You know what I'm saying? Balance. That's what I'm looking for every day. Every minute, every hour, every second, whatever. I'm looking for peace. And bitch, you ain't peace. You are fucking chaos. You're an argument waiting to happen. You dig? And whatever nigga fucked you and gave you that child or children, whatever you got, um, and the shit dissolved and shit, you just wasn't worthy to be no fucking wife or to continue to be, desired by, you didn't desire yourself. You didn't like the way you was treated. And that's all it is, bitch. You've been misused, abused, undecided, and misguided. That's all you is. Yeah, you did. Anyway, bitches like you put a bad taste or a bad thought in my mind. I can't stand hoes like you that get hurt and then want to go out and try to make it to where all the women gotta feel like they need to be hurt. Now, man, some of you bitches need to be healed. And that's it. Some of you bitches need to be taught. You understand? You motherfuckers out here trying to hurt everybody and turn all the women against men. That ain't how it fucking go. You need to train bitches to stop choosing stupid ass fucking niggas. That's it. You need to tell these bitches to keep their legs closed. You understand? And motherfucking be patient for the right situation. You dig? Because motherfuckers ain't being married out through family no more. Shit ain't traditional no more. You understand? So hell yeah, the bitch that's just out here loose need to have a better understanding on what it is to be conjoined or pair bond. You understand? You out here just saying women don't need men. Bitch, you stupid than a motherfucker. men are all supposed to die virgin and all this other, man. Shut the fuck up. Just stop saying shit. You're not making sense. You just, you know what I mean? And then, like I said, I got a daughter. You know what I mean? I got nieces and shit. So I don't, like, women like you just are dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all dumb in the bitch. How the fuck did you get on this planet, bitch, if you ain't had no fucking, if the bitch who had you didn't conjoin with no fucking man or pair bond with no fucking man? You're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? That shit dumb, fam. That shit is destroying our fucking world. You dumbass women just running around just saying shit. That shit's stupid, bro. You know what I mean? You bitches ain't finna go fight no fucking wars for this country by yourself. You understand? Come on, my nigga. Come on, man. You not finna get pregnant on this planet by yourself. You still need male sperm regardless, you goofy bitches. Women ain't fucking procreating as virgins anymore like it was in the beginning of time. Women ain't doing that shit. You bitches need fucking male sperm to fucking reproduce. Stupid bitch. It ain't the beginning of time no more. All them women who would in the beginning of time who were fucking lesbians, hermaphrodites and all that shit and was fucking on each other and all that extra whatever, them bitches don't exist no more. Don't none of them fucking goofy bitches, they don't exist no more. They lost the war to man because man went and conquered all them bitches and slid dick in them. Fuck can you do? Ain't shit you can do. People are conjoined now. Men fell to this planet, and if it was all women, which I believe it probably was, women got fucking conquered in the war. Women lost that fucking war. Females lost the goddamn war. Why? Because man was stronger. Man had a dick. Man planted a seed in you bitches and fucking took over. That's what the fuck happened. So hell yeah, this probably was a female dominated planet, and guess what? Man came and stuck his dick in the earth. Man fell to the fucking earth. Them fallen angels wasn't nothing but sperm traveling to the egg. That's all it is. The fallen angel story is basically man, what do you call them? Semen, you dig? Falling to the fucking earth. Fucking idiots. Hell yeah, woman was on this planet first. Hell yeah, woman was probably the first in existence. You understand? How man came about, I don't fucking know. But guess what? It seemed like man won the war and they continue to win. You know what I mean? Now it's all this confusion and shit going on. But anyway, man, I see it what I see it. You're fucking pointless.